Hi, this is Tony Johnson with Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Today we're going to talk a little bit about water heaters. One of the things that a lot of people, look at in water heating is your standard water heater. This is the one that comes off the top, goes to your chimney, goes out the roof. This is the standard that we've had, it seems like forever. The other version is what they call a power vent water heater. One thing that I'd like to talk to people a little bit about is we use a PVC pipe, kind of like a high efficiency furnace nowadays, and this does now no longer go up the chimney, but it goes out the side of the home. So we use PVC plastic pipes that go outside and this vents. So if you have a home where you have a chimney that's starting to maybe deteriorate a little bit and you want to replace that or take that chimney off because you're going to do some work on the roof, at that point you could buy one of these and vent it out through the side, and you no longer need that chimney anymore as long as you have a high efficiency furnace already. One of the misconceptions that I kind of want to bring to the table a little bit is the difference between a standard and a power vent. With a standard, the nice thing about the old standard is if you lose power, you have a power outage, and as long as you got a water supply from your city, we still got hot water. So it's a really nice thing, even though it's the cheaper version and not as fancy as we think nowadays, you still will have hot water when the power goes off because it needs no power supply to work. When you go to this model, we now have a cord that we have to plug in, so it needs to be plugged into the wall. So it's going to use a little more energy. On the energy costs, we have like $263 down here that you can't quite see. We have $244. Most of this energy cost is based off of your gas consumption. So 244 versus 263 is not a lot, not a difference. So the misconception is people think this unit is a high efficiency unit because it uses these plastic pipes to go outside. It is not. It is a unit that is developed so you no longer need a chimney, because in a lot of newer construction, we don't have chimneys anymore. We don't put chimneys in anymore. So it's a direct vent to the outside. So if you're looking to go to something that you want to be high efficiency Energy Star, then you're going to need to go to a unit that mounts on the wall that's more like this unit that's up here. This unit just happens to be an Eternal, but there's a lot of different versions. There's Rinnai, there's Navion, there's Bosch. I could probably go on and on, HTP. So there's a lot of different versions out there. This version that we have here just does our hot water for our shower, our sink, things like that. There's also versions that do combination. So the cool thing about that is if you have a new home going in, or you already have a home that's maybe 15 years old, 20 years old, and you have some in-floor heating, and maybe when that was done originally, it was done with a water heater to heat your hot water floor. Now we can do it with something that's very, very efficient. Not something that's maybe 50% or 60% efficient, something that's maybe 92 to 96% efficient. So the great thing about going to a combination water heater or a combination boiler is we can do two different things with one unit. Yes, it's a little more expensive, but if you think about 50% efficient versus over 90, it's a great savings. I have a unit in my home that does the combination, the in-floor, and it does also my hot water. It's also, some people will talk about tankless. There's really no tank in here. This one does have 2 gallons of water inside that it keeps heated up, that will stop those cold sandwiches they call between the cold and hot water. It helps that out a little bit. But most of the little boilers, I call them boilers now, are tankless units, basically have stopped a lot of that sandwiching between the cold and hot water. So again, standard, power vent, high efficiency. Those are your 3 major options when you come to hot water heating. Just a little bit to let you know that we handle all those. We also do boilers. So again, little tip from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning.